Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Gotham, Season 1, Episode 5, Viper. I'm your host, Dom. With me are my co-hosts, Clio. What is wrong with Clio?
Nothing's wrong with me. Why would you think that?
I don't know.
Nothing's ever wrong with her.
Oh.
Ever.
Then we have a Gotham street thug below us, Omikins.
Sup.
How's it going?
What's up, thug?
Sup.
And down there is John.
And then there's this asshole. Yay!
How's it going, guys?
Good.
So, what did you guys think of this episode?
I actually liked it.
He was an ass. He was stupid this episode.
Who was?
Yeah.
Cobblepot. I was like, dude, what? No. Don't tell them that, you dumbass. You stupid shit.
I mean, I feel like a lot of the things writing-wise in this episode, it was like, it came together too easily. It's like, yeah, totally believes that. I totally buy that. It's like, that seemed way too easy.
Well, I have a
Why did that
theory.
even work?
I have a theory that I discovered on Reddit that is going to blow your minds.
Bring it. I don't believe it.
But I'm saving it till the end.
Fine. Whatever.
Okay.
So, this episode we were introduced to Viper, right? From the way the synopsis read last week, we seemed to think that it was going to be more of a Joker serum, like the euphoria effect that it had. But it ended up turning out to be Bane's serum, the venom.
Prototype.
Yeah, prototype of it.
Doesn't quite work yet.
Yeah.
Well, that particular strand that was going out is the failed serum. But the doctor that they were talking to, the professor at the college,
Yeah.
he had what appeared to be venom in his office. So he had both strands of it. Yeah, remember when Bullock and Gordon went to his office and he opened the thing up and he had the vial of venom and then he had a vial of Viper and a vial of venom. There was two different
I didn't
vials
see
in
that.
there. Yeah.
Missed that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he
didn't
just
see
had
that.
Viper.
There was one that was green, there was one that was like a yellowish hue to it. But it was interesting because the way they described it is it ate the calcium out of your bones, which led to some hilarious grocery store robbery scene. Convenience store robbery.
I need this milk. All of it.
Yeah, real. That was weird. And also, how did he know he needed milk?
It's just a craving.
This is a crave for milk. Right?
Yeah. When your body needs something, it tells you need it.
It's the same way when you're pregnant, you crave pickles and ice cream.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
No?
No, actually. Pickles and ice cream is a thing.
It is.
When I was pregnant, I just wanted board shorts and tickle fights, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's not a food craving.
You were pregnant? I love that your idea of craving like is the first thing that popped into your head, and mine was you were pregnant. Something's wrong with our thought patterns there. I think we should have came to the same conclusion at the same time, but no.
I have a Mexican son in my basement, so.
Oh. Interesting. But we also got to learn the origin of Viper, and that it was developed as a weapon by Welzen, which is actually a division of Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Are you guys familiar enough with the comic book adaptation to know if it was a division of Wayne Enterprises that created this or not?
I'm just gonna look at the roof because I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with the Bane story. I just know that in the comics, it had been used by not only Bane. Bane was not the only one to ever use it. Batman himself was actually addicted to this drug for a while.
Neat.
So, do you guys see Bruce at this age falling susceptible to it?
At this age?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
You get this, all of a sudden, he gets like this huge growth spurt. You know, maybe not Venom or Viper, but, you know, maybe the refined drug Venom when it's actually working.
Alfred has him on one of those kid leashes right now, but, you know, it's not exactly reeling him in. But we'll know exactly what's going on.
Alfred has a fake leash, and it's actually...
Bruce has Alfred on the leash. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true, which at the end of this episode you saw Alfred reluctantly sitting down and joining in on Bruce's investigation.
He realized that Bruce was right and he was onto something because Viper started coming in. He's like, oh shit, I'm going to lose this kid if I don't do something.
Yeah. I mean, he almost lost him.
Yeah.
Then. I wonder if he was even affected at all. It's possible that he may have gotten some of it.
Yet. It was a very slow-moving guess.
I mean, Alfred was pretty quick with the jacket over his head, so... Maybe Alfred's affected by it. Yeah, the look on Cleo's face over there. Maybe Cleo's affected by it.
She's been punching holes in the wall all day.
I don't know what she just picked up.
She needs milk. Give her all the milk.
I wish I had some milk, but I ran out. I was going to drink a nice glass of milk through the whole podcast. But yeah.
So, anyone else feel like punching an ATM out of the wall? No? Okay.
Yeah, the strength on that was rather ridiculous. I don't know. Is Bane's strength even that strong? Can Bane rip an ATM out like that?
Yeah, Bane can do more.
Punching through concrete walls.
Yeah, that's true.
From the movie.
I'm Bane, you know, from the movie.
Two people got that joke. That was good. Great job.
It's funny because
Alex is watching right now.
It's funny because Nikki doesn't know anything about Batman outside of like maybe 2 movies.
I have never seen the movie Bane. That's why it's.
Yeah, the Bane.
The movie Bane.
Bane.
Because Bane has his own movie.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, it was Bane and Matthew McConaughey, and they made a road trip across America trying to find gold in California.
Awesome.
They were not successful, but what they did find was friendship.
Aww. So sweet.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
They go bungee jumping in the Grand Canyon.
I think I want to see this movie now.
Oh, okay. I've seen it.
And there was like a whole bunch of Counting Crows songs throughout the movie. It was really a lovely piece.
Accidentally in Love was on there, right?
Yeah.
So no, none of that actually happened. But Nikki, you didn't even see the 3rd Christopher Nolan Batman movie? That's the one you're talking about? The one that had Bane in it?
We're quoting our friend.
Yeah.
Who made a prank call in Bane's voice. Is what we're actually
glorious.
Oh, okay.
It went really well.
It did.
As in not well at all, because we were all really drunk.
Hi, I'm Bane from the movie. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, we've been
thinking of the whole phone call. Never mind.
Stop.
I'm not gonna.
I don't even know how to bring this back on track. Okay, so we've been kind of criticizing Bruce a lot these last 4 episodes. However, I felt like this episode was the first time that they actually utilized him really well, and I was not annoyed at him through the entire episode.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, just the way they weaved him into the main plot, giving him ties to the villain, almost getting, affected by it, discovering some corruptness in his parents' corporation, and taking that head on instead of Like all this, you know, he's doing the detective work, but instead of just alluding to the fact that he's becoming a detective, you know, and the fact that he actually did do better detective work than the actual Gotham Police Department this episode. But it really seems like they utilized him extremely well. Was anybody here upset with the way they handled him?
No, I thought it was really well done
Nope.
too.
It was great.
I was glad to see him in not whiny kid mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it just shows that he can function in an active role, which is going to be really good for the show's future. Because they're going to need it.
They're definitely going to need it. If they decide to stick with the same kid, if they don't... Because at some point, they could just decide to progress the storyline by 5 years and get another actor to play Bruce. You know, they don't have to stick with the same kid. So... But if they do...
I mean, I don't know if they would, because they're kind of billing him as, like, this prodigy actor, so I kind of doubt it.
Yeah. But, yeah, if they do stick with him, this episode showed he can handle himself. He's up to being a lead actor. Other character that I was actually pleasantly surprised with that we've given nothing but flack for, not even any praise whatsoever, is Edward Nygma.
He did well this episode as well.
He had lines, guys.
He did, and they
sense.
actually made sense. Yes, perfect.
Exactly. And it's not the actor's fault.
Right.
No.
All the other episodes have been the writer's fault. They've tried to shoehorn in this sort of like, hey, I've got riddles, guys, and none of them were riddles.
There was no riddles this episode at all.
Yes,
he had
this
actual
is what
lines.
we needed.
He's doing his freaking job.
All you need is to show Edward Nygma is smart.
Yeah, that's it.
All you need to do.
And then, like, see him doing, like, crossword puzzles or word searches or something on the side. Like, that's all you need to do at this point to set him up. You don't need to do anything else. Stop with the terrible riddles.
Yeah.
You know? Like, squeeze that in a little later. Right now, just set up his intelligence. That's it. Just keep doing what you did this episode. And, like, I swear to God, if he's in next episode and he has a terrible, like, riddle or pun or whatever, I'm just shutting it off. I'm shutting it off.
Yeah,
I'll have to take like a 10-minute break and come back. I'll be too aggravated. I was really excited because Riddler's always been one of my favorite characters. And the potential that he was just going to be like this cheesy, and not like cheesy, good cheesy, but like this horribly cheesy character was really kind of upsetting me.
Just a stack of crappy one-liners, so it was just working.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I hope... I was going to say, I hope for the future that they get better at writing riddles, because eventually he's going to have to start telling them.
Right.
So, you know...
Yeah, really, they need like a riddle specialist.
Or like one of those $1.99 books that you get in Barnes & Noble. It's just like, look, it's a book of 1,001 riddles. Just use it. Please.
Kind of like all the books that Omi's husband Mike has for Mad Libs.
Mad Libs!
No?
Best books ever.
We need Mike to be the Mad Libber. That's his villain name.
Oh my
God.
Anyway, we saw some interesting developments with Miss Fish Mooney. And she's kind of seeing one of Falcone's other mobsters on the side. Things are getting a little hot and heavy between the bed sheets with them.
They were making a blanket for
it. With handcuffs?
Yes, and ribbons.
Yeah.
And silk. Because that's how good blanket forts are made.
Apparently I haven't been making the right kind of blanket forts.
Definitely not.
Oh. But do you think she's intentionally doing this so Falcone will find out and take it upon himself to take out his own men?
Maybe. I don't know.
Be so jealous of their fort.
I mean, because we saw what Falcone did to her last boyfriend. And it wasn't even really her boyfriend. He beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
So do you think that's in the back of her mind now, knowing this and, like, going in with what seems to be one of his lead henchmen.
Maybe. But I feel like that's her plan B. Because her plan A is whatever the fuck this little, this little let's seduce Falcone and with whatever Italian opera fucking shit that is.
Yes.
Oh my god,
I don't know.
hated
I
that
think
scene.
that worked too
There's a
well.
little awkward scene there.
It was really awkward.
Yeah. It was like, oh my god, I love you. We should listen to music together.
It's more, and I feel like especially the way Mooney was training her, it's like, act like his mother. Really
What?
weird. Really weird.
It was odd. Like the whole fish thing. Like I didn't really like Fish this episode. It was just really creepy.
Yeah.
Like she's like, no, say it like this. Stop it. Stop it.
Really didn't sound any different to
Who
me.
do you
But
think you are? I mean,
I'm trying to find out her name because there was a rumor going around that she was playing somebody that was known as Batgirl. And I actually can't find out who she is right now.
We talked about her last week.
What's her name?
We had her name last week. What was her name?
I think it begins with an L.
Haley?
Lisa.
Eliza. Her name's Eliza.
yeah, there you go. Do you think so? We think she might be Batgirl.
That's what somebody was saying, that IMDb, but I'm on IMDb, and all it says is her name is Liza, but the actress, it doesn't say anything.
I don't know. That'd be weird. She'd be like a little too old for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gordon's niece, I think the first one anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just something I remember seeing online, and I usually don't put much stock in that. But
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Anyway,
we got in chat. We got Lee Silver. He says, "All right, sports fans, bottom of the 6th, no outs, game still tied at 2 with a man on first. So why can't the Gotham Knights ever make the series? Then again, Gotham is New York City, and the Knights are based on the baseball giants, so maybe they didn't make the World Series." I don't know. Do you guys think we'll ever see the Gotham Knights in the Arkham World Series?
we're combining two things I know nothing about, so I'm just going to sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
is baseball the one with the rackets?
I honestly have no idea what that. You
don't know the Gotham Knights?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No, but baseball's the one where you take that oval-shaped egg-looking thing and you throw it through the soccer net.
No. Baseball's the one with the flat bat where and the 3 poles in the ground.
Oh, highlight?
Oh, where you score the touchdowns.
Yeah. Sure.
No.
I know what baseball is, goddammit.
Sports ball, guys.
Sports ball. Yes. No, I'd like to see some kind of sports teams and stuff like that referenced at some point. I'd like to see them all sitting down at in a baseball stadium watching a game. Maybe not these characters, but something major going down in a stadium would be kind of cool.
Yeah, and it might be something that's totally in the background. Not to bring up another show, but in Arrow, they had 3 characters at a boxing match, and they had one shot of the arena, and in the arena there was Wildcat, who's a known character in the DCU. So it could just be something in the background of another, of something else that's happening in the scene.
Yeah. No, Lee saying it was a joke. Yeah, we know it's a joke, Lee. That's why we ran with it for so long and joked ourselves. Except for Nikki, who actually wasn't joking. She was dead serious.
Or something.
Yeah. But we get a brief appearance by Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Catwoman.
Teeny little tiny.
Selena. Just kind of a short, sweet little thing. It It seemed almost as a little seed, so we didn't forget about her. And I think that really was the only purpose of that.
I think it was also a seed for Gordon to realize that, so he didn't forget that she's still around, because, it seemed like she purposely was there to steal that guy's wallet in front of him.
Right. We weren't even sure if she was gonna stick around, or if she had left the city. Like, we didn't know anything at this point. We assumed she was still there, but
yeah,
we have confirmation now. She's still in the city.
Know.
I mean, she's one of those people that has really centered her life and how she lives and how she works around living in Gotham. Mm-hmm. And leaving Gotham wouldn't do her any good. She knows how to exist in Gotham, so she's going to stay there.
Yep, that's true.
Can we talk about Gordon and Harvey's little burger scene?
Bro moments.
The pickles?
They're bonding.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, sure, fine, give me the pickles. They're bonding! It's adorable.
Just because some guy told me to eat the pickles when I don't want pickles on my burger. And he's like, no, just trust me, eat the burgers. I'm like, no, I don't like pickles. Right?
Yeah, but the point is, it's not you, it's Gordon. And Gordon is saying yes because they're getting chummy. It's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. It's a very good thing.
Yeah. Although he then ends up throwing the burger on the ground when he tries to chase Selena,
yeah.
So...
That made me upset. He could have at least gave it to freaking Bullock or something.
I was like,
oh, no,
here,
hold this!
It's clearly he didn't enjoy Gotham's best burgers, and he really didn't like the pickles, so...
It's all because of the pickles.
Apparently not.
Must be the explanation.
It was clearly the pickles. Like, you saw, he only got, one bite out of it.
Yeah.
It's just enough to get the hint of the pickle juice. He's just like, no, I'm not having it. Then, as Nikki pointed out, we had the Penguin kind of told the truth to Maroni, which didn't exactly go over very well at first.
Hey.
What was going through your guys' heads when the scene started playing out?
At first, I was like, Penguin, how could you be so stupid? And then when he was eating it up, I was like, Maroni, how are you this stupid? And then Maroni was caught on, and I was like, oh good, he's not that stupid. And then Gordon shows up, and I'm like, Gordon, if you don't tell the truth, you're dead.
They're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then Maroni's like, yeah, okay, that's a great thing that you used to work for Fish and you're telling the truth. You get to live. And I'm like, you really are that stupid.
Pretty much.
He clearly sold Fish under the, I keep doing that. I was going to say sold Fish under the river. I keep mixing my metaphors.
You keep making fish jokes is what's going on here.
He clearly sold Fish down the river. So, I don't know. I think Maroni really is as dumb as I thought he was.
The fishes are delicious.
Maroni is...
And that they're found down the river.
And so are penguins.
But Maroni, he seems rather new to this whole business, right? So it's kind of like a learning curve for him in a way, too.
There is a learning curve because he's going to be dead.
Yeah. He's not going to stick around very long. Yeah. My thing is, I think as soon as he goes, Penguin's going to inherit his whole empire.
I mean, I don't know, because none of his lackeys like him.
He could win them over.
He's not very charismatic.
I think Oswald's gonna do something to put the fear in them, and then they're gonna be his lackeys because they're gonna die if they're not.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so.
But, I think I said last week that I think that Maroni sort of was a thug and rose the ranks really quick, and luckily, with dumb luck, got into power. So.
Mm-hmm.
This is the part where I told you guys there's a theory going around Reddit. I told you I was going to get into it. So, there's a theory going around that the Penguin isn't exactly who we think he is. The theory going around is that the person who is assuming the identity of Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin, is not in fact the Penguin at all, since A, he doesn't resemble any incarnation of the Penguin that we know of. And I don't have a B, so I don't know why I said A.
And B, his face is the right shape to be the... Say it.
Joker.
Oh, you think Penguin is the Joker?
That's what they're saying.
He's not smart
enough.
He's not smart enough.
You don't know this. We did just mention last week that whole robbery that was pulled off at Maroney's was very Joker-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. He feeds them the poison thing.
And then offing off their own henchmen. It's very, very Joker-esque.
Not that dumb, but he's also not that smart.
He was just looking for a friend. He wanted people to like him. That's all.
Because the Penguin was like, yeah, I'm going to come back to Gotham smarter than ever. And he comes back and does a bunch of... Not that he did a bunch of stupid shit.
He's working his way through Maroney's ranks. That's pretty fucking smart to me.
I think it's less of the Penguin is smart and more of Maroney's really dumb.
But listen, his plan might have seemed dumb. But, like, he also got what he wanted out of the deal. Like, it was really risky, but he got it. He's in. I don't know.
And if that was the case, then if that was the case, he would have to know Oswald Cobblepot to some extent. And from every incarnation of that we've known of, except for the original TV series, is that the Penguin is deformed. And he has flippers for hands and a long nose, and this Penguin doesn't have any of that.
I would agree with you, but the picture his mother showed to the agents was a picture of the Oswald we see for us.
Yeah, that was the only hole that I found in the theory.
Rooney.
Yeah.
And that's the only hole that I don't have an explanation for.
Yeah.
So.
Unless his mother's blind, then... Maybe.
Or she's not even a real mother at all.
Or she's Harley.
She's a ghost.
What?
No.
I mean, did we physically see the picture? Because I don't remember now.
We did. She handed the picture over to one of the agents, which one, and it was a picture of Oswald that we know, that we see on screen.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's a theory that was floating around Reddit, and it's actually becoming fairly popular. It's steamrolling, and it's been in the few Gotham groups I'm in on Facebook for discussion. I don't particularly believe that that's the case. I think it's really interesting, and I would like that to be like a nice little twist if they, because Penguin has kind of been this character that for quite some time the Batman fan base really hasn't cared about. And it's really been the Joker. Joker's really been the main focus of all the Batman. So for us to think that we're invested in the Penguin and then pull that out from under us and tell us that we've actually been invested in the Joker all along would be like this amazing blindside.
I mean, I think it would, but I think it would also do the Penguin disservice.
Right.
Why? I mean, why couldn't you have an interesting Penguin? Why would he have to be the Joker?
You most certainly can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's like the first boss in every video game that he's in too. So it's just like, here's the throwaway, guys, have fun.
Except for the one where Slade is the first boss. John loves that one.
I don't want to talk about
it. Yeah, so I hope he's the Penguin. I hope there's really not much more to it than that. But
yeah,
it's an interesting theory.
There are a lot of like, this could be kind of thing. It fits in. Lee's also saying that he has the umbrella. He dresses in purple and black, and the cannoli thing was taken from Godfather 3, which
Lee's also telling us we're ridiculous. So.
Yeah. Well, no, I did preface by saying that this wasn't our theory. This was something that was found on Reddit. So.
I know, I'm just...
I resemble that remark, sir.
You do?
Yes. But,
Heavens.
What is it? Fish?
Yeah.
Or not Fish. Gordon is kind of wrapped up with Maroney's, like him and Maroney had that whole conversation, and Maroney's like, yeah, if I need you, I'll call you again. So Gordon is now
between
wrapped up in
every
this.
single gangster in this city.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think's
It
going to
really
happen to
is.
Gordon when they find out that he's got a little share in all of them?
I mean, I think that will be the least of his worries, because if the other sides find out, they'll find out that Cobblepot's still alive, which is going to be even more important than him doing business with Maroney. So,
You know, I think the elegant solution that they're going to find is that probably what's going to happen is I think that, like, Fish's weapon that she's using on Falcone is going to weaken him somehow to the point where, like, he might find out that Cobblepot's not dead, but, like, not be in a position where he can really do anything about it.
Or
And
care.
sort of conveniently save, yeah, right, or not care, and then just that would conveniently save Gordon, you know.
But Gordon would then still be at the wrath of Fish. Well, actually, Fish would like that the Penguin is alive so she could torture him.
I mean,
no, maybe you've got
I don't think she has the wherewithal to try to kill Jim on her own. I just don't see her doing that.
Actually,
she had henchmen trying to do it last time.
Pat on the back for.
Well, no.
I think Fish is going to be the first one Maroney takes out because of Cobblepot.
I'm going to disagree with
I can
that
see
only
that.
because they are very, very proud of Fish. Fish is a character they made up, and they're very proud of her.
Yeah.
I don't mean like take out, like kill. I mean just kind of, make sure she's
Move her
not.
for power.
Yeah.
Oh, ruin her? Yeah. Okay. I can see that, actually.
That could
Yeah.
work. That'd actually be really cool to see her struggling.
Yeah, because she's always in power. She always kind of has the upper hand, and even when you think she's down,
Yeah.
she's got a backup plan. So
Mm-hmm.
to see her on the other end of this for a change would be really cool.
And I would also like
Definitely.
to, obviously not this season, but probably in future seasons, see her try to start from nothing like Cobblepot did.
Yeah. Lee's also saying that that her new Russian boy toy, the rumor is going around that he's Black Mask, which is another kind of strange out there rumor theory or whatever. But
I'm sorry. I can only think of our D&D campaign.
Right. You're a Black
That's
Mask.
the only Black Mask that I can think of.
I think
Cut
it's
off my hands. Ah.
way too early to throw out the really out there theories. There's not enough.
That.
There's not enough stuff to base any of this on. So, I mean, not knowing anything, I don't think I can actually say, well, this is going to happen and crazy. This is this person and yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's enough to base any of these theories on.
right.
But that's why. This is the perfect time to come out with the crazy theories.
I don't
Well,
like
when you're
them.
proven wrong, you don't have that much at stake. It's just
Yeah.
shot in the dark, like the Peter Pan
Yeah.
theory.
Yes. So,
Dark.
Warehouse 39. What do you guys think's up with that?
You're gonna say 13.
I actually read it as
Great
13
show.
the first time.
Warehouse 13 has been canceled.
There is-
Warehouse 39 has been emptied.
Yeah.
There's
Somebody
definitely
stole
more there.
it.
What was
There's
that, John?
definitely something there.
What do,
I
you,
feel like there's something hidden there that they missed.
what do you think it was?
I think it could have been like
Venom.
the real Venom, you know,
Yeah.
'Cause we-
or something
Especially
really
if,
crazy like that.
sorry. Especially
No,
if,
go
like
ahead.
you said, Venom was in the professor's office.
Mhm.
Then that means
Mhm.
there must be a larger batch or some sort of research about it somewhere.
Yeah.
And if the scientist said, go check out this lab before he killed himself, he obviously thought there was something there.
Yeah. For sure. As for the number 39, the significance of that is the first Batman comic was written in, I believe it was May of 1939.
Okay.
So I believe that's why the warehouse number was like that. And
Very cool.
my cats are going nuts upstairs. I'm pretty sure you could hear them galloping through the house. There they go again. But then we see this new character, Molly Mathis, who works in middle management. We find out her and Bruce had like a whole conversation, and she
I
seemed,
wanted to like her.
Yeah, she seemed like she was really looking to help Bruce out. She seemed inquisitive. You know, she was going to contact the board for him. And then we see her sitting outside this warehouse in the car. And she's just like, yep, I think she said something about they found it, you know, but implied that she had something to do with covering it up.
Yeah.
I don't think she's middle management.
Well, I mean, when she was talking to Bruce, she was talking to him like she would talk to a normal kid. But Bruce is not that dumb.
Yeah.
She was sort of. I think she wanted to talk to him to control him, and it wasn't going to work because Bruce knew something really wrong.
Yeah.
So the vibe I got from that conversation was, she was just trying to get in front of him, asking any real questions.
Oh yeah. I'll try to see if we can set up a meeting with the board.
They're very busy people.
They're busy on their yachts and parties and
now,
stuff.
do you guys remember
covering up corruption in Gotham?
Do you guys remember in episode 2 when we were talking about the doll maker?
Yes.
Yes, I want it back.
Interesting little fact is the third incarnation of the doll maker was known as Barton Mathis.
Okay.
Shares the same last name as Molly.
No kidding.
I knew Mathis sounded familiar, and I feel like the Mathis family might be big in the DC universe.
So there may be some ties to the doll maker there.
Good. We've speculated about the doll maker. I just really want his storyline to be as awesome as we think it's going to be.
Yeah.
If it's not, it's going to be a super disappointment.
Yeah.
I don't want his story to be episodic, basically. I want it to continue from that one episode. I mean, at this point, that's how it feels.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're acting like they solved the orphan problem, and they really haven't.
No.
So
They haven't, no.
I don't think it's gonna. It'll have to come up at some point. I mean,
They wouldn't
such
have
a waste.
They wouldn't have even mentioned the doll maker or set anything up like that if they didn't have other plans for it. So it is definitely something they're going to tackle again. It's just a matter of when. And I think little seeds like this, if Molly really is related to Barton, then it's probably something that we're slowly going to get. I'd say probably next 3 episodes or something we should hear the dollmaker's name. Somewhere between now and 3 episodes. I can almost guarantee we'll hear Dollmaker again.
That'd be good. I'd be very happy with that.
Unless it's something that they want to save for season 2. But
yeah, honestly, that's the most interesting thing to me in this show right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the Dollmaker.
Dollmaker is definitely their strongest story going on. It's just what they're doing with it right now, we don't know. But I think we're going to find out a lot more of this is connected. As for some Gotham news, EW.com reported today that Firefly and Homeland actress, I'm going to butcher it, but Marina Baccarin is going to be playing Gotham resident Dr. Leslie Tompkins upcoming, and it's going to be a reoccurring role that's going to last throughout the season and presumably become a regular cast member in season 2 if it's renewed for that. She'll be playing a gifted and dedicated physician who was friend of Thomas and Martha Wayne. She's determined to use her skills to aid Gotham's most in need, which currently means working at the newly opened Arkham Asylum's home for the criminally insane.
Oh, perfect.
So we know that we're going to see that functioning very soon. In addition to her medical skills, her coolness under pressure will serve her well as she finds herself drawn close to James Gordon and into more dangerous waters. And the character does exist in the original comics. So
excellent.
Then not only that, we'll be getting Two-Face, Harvey Dent, this season coming up. That'll be played by Nicholas D'Augusto, who was from Masters of Sex, Final Destination 5, and as West Rosen on Season 2 of Heroes. And he's pretty much going to be playing himself almost to a degree. He gets to play this optimistic, bubbly character. He says that he instantly comes in, gets to walk in as Harvey Dent, who is the White Knight. The guy's trying to do the right thing. And they're trying to pull in a little bit of every iteration of the stories to form this character. And how they're going to do it is all completely up in the air. He still doesn't even know exactly. But he has not looked at any of the other roles to influence himself and how he's going to play Two-Face when that comes out. But he said that he has the capacity to be angry, jealous, just like anyone else does, and that probably has a lot to do with friends and family. So,
wait, hold on.
His friends and family, as an actor,
Hold on.
he's saying that.
Harvey Dent is Two-Face?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm kidding.
Go home.
You're drunk.
So my concern with that is that, like, Bruce isn't old enough for Harvey Dent to be around. Like, well, it doesn't make any sense.
This is a completely new universe.
It's weird.
This is not following.
I know, but I don't like it. It's ruining my order and symmetry in my brain, and it's making me upset.
How old is Harvey Dent?
He's not supposed to be much older than Bruce, right?
He's not much older than Bruce, but they're supposed to be adults at the same time, is what I'm saying.
Well, if he comes in...
He's probably younger than Bruce.
I was always under the impression that he was slightly older than Bruce.
Not that much.
If that's the case, if he's coming in and playing like a 25-year-old character and Bruce is, 12? That puts him at, 13 years apart? That's not that big.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable. But, I mean, you think they're going to start him as the DA, or you think they're going to start him off slow and work him up?
I think they're going
to... I think they
build him up to
that.
being the DA. Yeah, I don't think he's going to come in and instantly be the DA.
Right. Maybe he might even be a cop. I mean, he could just start it off that way, and I don't know, whatever.
He started at the bottom, now he's here.
God no, please, God no.
I just killed the show.
But
Drake.
But Omi, you saw the he's an ADA, not the DA. Harvey is in his 20s. That's what Lee just said. But you saw Two-Face in the Dark Knight movie, right? With the Joker.
Sure.
Did you not see that one? I thought you saw the Joker with Heath Ledger.
I saw Heath Ledger and I saw the Joker.
So you watched that movie.
Doesn't mean she remembers the movie.
Do you remember? Do you remember when he's in the hospital? The Joker's dressed as the nurse and he pushes the button.
Best scene ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that guy.
Who doesn't remember Heath Ledger in a freaking dress?
Well, that guy right there is Two-Face, and in that iteration, that's how Two-Face was made.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
His face got a little point.
Yeah, his face got burnt there. In every iteration other than that I've known, it was acid in a courtroom.
Yeah.
Or acid.
But knowing this show, they're going to have this guy be like, do you want to see my coin collection? I'm a lawyer. And I'm going to hate them.
Interestingly enough, though, they did, I think it was MTV had this, if you go on the MTV site, they had a little interview with Nicholas, and they flipped a coin, and they were playing Fluffy Bunny, and instead of saying Fluffy Bunny, the lady that was interviewing him, they would say Harvey Dent, and they were filling marshmallows up. They were full-size marshmallows. They weren't like those little half marshmallows. They were full-size marshmallows, and the reporter only got to 4, and she gave out. So.
Okay.
How adorable.
So, yeah, I do agree with you, John. I think the first thing that they're gonna do is have him polishing off his coin collection.
Just
I hope not.
Shoehorn everything.
That's way too much.
It is, but it seems like that's what they do. They come in strong, and then they tone it down after.
Right.
We need to make sure that you understand this reference.
Do you get the
understand
joke?
it.
I'm explaining the joke to you.
They're gonna come in. He's gonna be polishing off his coin collection. He's gonna like have an argument with his wife over the phone, and then he's gonna like turn and be sweet to somebody, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, Harvey, you're so two-faced," and it's gonna be really bad.
Oh my god.
And then the audience all cracks up in laughter. It's like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Yeah, they play the laugh track. No, but hopefully the show is not going in that direction. Hopefully it's a lot more like this particular episode, because I was very, very happy. I think this is, from a acting and presentation standpoint, I think this was their best episode. Story-wise.
I'm gonna disagree with that, because
Story-wise, I don't agree, though.
Okay.
That's why I said presentation and acting. This is the best episode.
Well, I mean, presentation takes into account believability, at least for me. If you're presenting something to me, I need to believe it. I don't believe she won over Falcone that fast. I don't believe that Maroni's that stupid. Actually, no, I do believe Maroni's that stupid.
Falcone, Falcone seems like
He's George Remus.
The type of guy that would just do that, though. And if she knows him, if Fish knows Falcone well enough, then that's why she was recruiting these girls very specifically for.
Yes. No, I understand that. But it's just sort of like...
I mean, all you saw was them...
I forget all of the smartness that is in my brain.
All you saw was them sharing a moment listening to music on the staircase. He didn't invite her back to his house or anything like that. So
no, and then
we don't know what happened after that scene.
But the point is he got hooked. That's the point.
Right.
Right.
I don't...
And it seemed too easy.
Yeah, exactly. It was way too easy.
The memory of his mother. That's basically all you can tie that to.
But that's like so shitty. That's like really flimsy. It was, and they could have gotten so much more out of that courtship. You know, like they could have let that bleed into a couple. You know, like the next episode, and like I don't know.
It really did seem rushed.
It should have, you know, if it was more coincidental, like, oh, hey, I know that song, and she just kept walking, and then, like, in the next episode, he's like, oh, you again, hi, I remember you from the, like, it would have been a little more believable, you know?
I mean, they could still do that. Like, for all we know, they could have just listened to that song and gone their separate ways.
But it was, like, a very intimate thing, you know? It wasn't just listening to a song. Like, it was way more intimate than that, so I think that was the biggest problem I had.
It's not like he put his hand over her knee or anything. I don't know.
No, but it's like this smart.
Is that what someone you just met?
Yes.
This smart, very closed guy who's like, "Hey, my mother used to sing me that song for my entire life. As long as she lived, she sang me that song." It's like, whoa.
Hold on. Hi.
Hey, hi.
John, I know. Me and you haven't had a whole lot of interaction outside of like these shows and stuff like that, but. But Nikki can tell you, and even Chrissy can tell you, it's not unusual for me to go up to a stranger that I've never even spoken a word to and just hold their hand.
Yeah, but you are not Falcone. That's the difference. You are not Falcone. Falcone does not behave like you do. You're also crazy, so...
Well, you know. Syphilitic insanity is the thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you guys have anything else to talk about for this week?
No, but I'm really excited for next episode.
Oh, are you? I'm not.
What happens next episode?
Next episode is called Spirit of the Goat.
The goat?
The goat.
The goat. Bad.
Yeah.
Man.
This episode is going to be bad.
Hate you.
When a killer begins targeting the firstborn of Gotham's elite, Bullock is forced to confront traumatic memories from nearly identical case he worked in the past. Later, Gordon is confronted by past decisions, and it also says a familiar villain returns to Gotham City on an all-new Gotham. So a familiar villain, firstborn. Very much reeks of the Penguin from the very first Batman movie. The 19... whatever, Michael Keaton.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Where he stole all the firstborn children of Gotham in his little circus car and wheeled them into the Gotham Central Park Zoo.
Yep.
So... I don't know exactly what would make the Penguin go around stealing the Firstborn, but it says that a familiar villain returns, and for all intents and purposes, the Penguin hasn't left, so I don't know why he would return.
And like the guy who we saw in the previews was like looked like a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
So I don't, he was like a well-built person. So I don't know.
Could it be?
Like, we haven't.
Could it be Bruce's murderer? Bruce's parents' murderer?
Maybe it's the doll maker.
Could be the doll maker.
It could be. I mean.
Oh.
Stealing children.
Stealing children. Firstborn. Yeah. Oh, so we may get the doll maker sooner than my 3-episode prediction.
That's why I was excited. I was like, "Ooh, wait a minute."
So just Spirit of the Goat that instantly just turns.
Well, it's something
turns my attention. I don't want to deal. What does Spirit of the Goat have to do? Like,
it's a biblical reference. It's because, you had to slaughter in Moses' story.
Goat's blood.
You had to slaughter a goat's blood, put it over your door, so the specter wouldn't take your firstborn.
Yeah. It meant that you believed in God and that your children would be spared.
Yeah.
You made
Is that a motivational quote from a goat?
Goat's blood and.
Wait, go the fuck back up. Scroll up. No.
The essence of fair play means not blaming others for anything wrong with ourselves. Eric Hoffer.
Quoted
this apparently this goat's name is Eric Hoffer.
This goat's name is Eric Hoffer.
Yes.
The goat.
The goat. That's the quote from the goat.
Yes, that's
the goat.
Totally the goat quote. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about,
it's the best thing ever.
This right here is their inspirational quote by the Spirit of the Goat for the evening.
I love it. It's so great. Oh my god.
Yeah. So I think that about wraps things up. Clio, where can the people find your googly eyes?
You can find me at Cliomoto, and if you'll follow me on Pinterest, I will be doing a giveaway when I hit 100 followers.
And if you follow her on MySpace, she'll give you a cookie.
No, that's a lie. I will give you a picture of a cookie.
I didn't say that it couldn't be a picture. I just said a cookie.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Now you've just blown it. Now nobody's gonna follow you on MySpace.
Well, they're missing out on all of the cookie action then.
I guess so. Omi, where can the people find you?
They can also, they can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Can they also find you there on MySpace?
No, I'm not making no MySpace.
Who even has a MySpace anymore?
Wait, we do.
John, where can the people find you?
You can find me at No More No More. This is Twitter.
On the tweeps.
On the tweeps. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
By the way, brand new dick pic.
You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, email. I don't know what I said anymore. MySpace. Thanks, Clio, for making us a MySpace.
LiveJournal.
Shit, now I have to make a LiveJournal.
We have a GeoCities.
We do not. I'm not making a GeoCities.
We have a tripod account too.
I draw the line at GeoCities.
We have a Tinder account too. With
oh
god, no.
Yes, we have a collective Tinder account with all our faces. Yep. You can find us on Match.com/ASOTV podcast.
We're also on Ask Jeeves.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I really don't.
Anyway.